Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. When I'm still in bed, this week is not the best week for us. So it started with my son. They go to kindergarten. So my son went to kindergarten, and both of them. Then when they came back, everything was okay. Then, yeah, they played nicely after they came back. Then dinner time came, we ate, and then it was time to go to bed. They usually go to bed at 7:30 still when they're old enough. We want to extend their bedtime, but now they go to bed at 7:30 latest. So I took them to bed nicely, and then because after they go to bed, my husband and I stay on the couch a bit and watch something. So everything went well. My husband and I we watched a movie, a really nice one. Then after we were done, it was about we were done I think by 10:30 we were done. So we came to bed. And then at 11:30 my son started uh, throwing up erratically. I'm telling you, he was throwing up and throwing up and throwing up. And then after throwing up, he started having diarrhea. It was just water. It was just, sorry, TMI. So he was throwing up and he was having diarrhea. And then I was wondering what's wrong. So I asked him what's wrong. He said he has a stomachache. So, and we thought it was 11 at night. And obviously the house arts was not there. So we said, okay, I'm not going to let him suffer. And so my husband and I decided to take my son to the hospital. So we had to wake up my daughter. My daughter, I had to go to her room and wake her up so that we could get dressed and go. By the time we were getting to the hospital, by the time we were getting ready, it was already almost midnight. And by this time, the hospital is not far from us. It's 20 minutes maximum. And yeah, so we got to the hospital at exactly midnight. And then we registered, and we were immediately called by the doctor. So we went inside, and then the doctor checked him, and she checked his ears, his throat, his eyes, his temperature. Then he felt on his stomach, and by this time my son was still throwing up. By this time he had already thrown up everything he had eaten, all the water he had drunk. It was just not coming TMI again, just stomach bile, because he had nothing left. So after the complete checkup, the doctor said my son has, I don't know how it's called in English. If I remember it later when I'm editing, I'm going to place it here. It's called Magen-Darm virus. And I said, oh God, because yeah, he got it from kindergarten. So by the time we were finished with the doctor, it was almost 1 a.m. So we had to drive back home, go to bed quickly, and then because my daughter still had to go to kindergarten because my daughter was feeling okay. So by the time we were coming home, it was almost 1:30. Or was it one? Yeah, it was almost 1:30 in the a.m. So we came back home, and then my daughter slept immediately, and my husband, as soon as he hit the bed, he also slept like, I don't know, a stone. Then yeah, it was just me with my son because I had to sleep in his bed. I was trying to prevent that he also infects my husband and my daughter. So he kept throwing up the whole night. He diarrheaed the whole night. And yeah, I didn't sleep completely the whole night. So in the morning, I was working on zero sleep, zero. So I left with my husband, my son. I woke my daughter up, took her to kindergarten as usual. Then I had to go and tell the childminders there that my son is not going to be coming because he has this Magen-Darm virus. And she told me, yeah, there's also a boy also with the same. The boy I think got it from his sister. His sister is in there. It's called Kabelstube. That's where younger kids go up until 2.5, 3 years. So the boy got it from his sister, and he's there, and the boy is in the same class with my son. So that's how my son got it. So this day, my daughter went to kindergarten. Everything was okay. She came, played nicely. My son was still feeling down, and yeah. And then took them to bed as usual, watched a movie with my husband, but this time, before even the movie was halfway, my daughter started calling me. So by the time I'm coming, she had already thrown up completely on her bed, on her pajama, on her head, whatever it's called. So I thought, oh God, here we go again. Then yeah, she took up almost also the whole night. My son also, so I'm having two kids near me throwing up, and so I told my husband, okay, because me, if it happens, I'm already exposed, so it's better you sleep. We have a spare room downstairs where the our guest room. So I told my husband, okay, go to the guest room because before it also gets to you, because me, I'm already exposed. So if it's going to get to me, it's going to get to me. So okay, my husband said, okay, I'm going to go downstairs to the guest room. So yeah, I stayed with my kids the whole night. They were throwing up and having diarrhea, and so. But for my daughter, after this one night, she was completely okay. And so this is the next day. Then so the next day also, this is 2 days after my son, my daughter was also sick. So I had to call the kindergarten and tell them, I'm sorry, but my daughter has the same Magenta virus. She's also not going to come to kindergarten. And they said it's okay. They can both stay at home as long as they're not feeling well. And then when they feel better, they can go back to kindergarten. And today is on Thursday. No, not today's on Thursday. I mean, the day I was calling was on Thursday. So I said, okay. Thursday came and went. So Friday came. And Friday, everything was okay. My son was feeling better. My daughter was feeling better. But then at about 5 p.m., at about 5 p.m. on Friday, I started having, uh, I don't know, it was kind of, can't say it's bloating or, I don't, yeah, bloating. And I thought, no, that's nothing. But then I started cooking dinner, and just the smell of the food was just irritating. I'm telling you, I was just feeling like, wow. Then I thought, oh God. And then after I've done cooking, I was completely nauseated. This is the when you're pregnant, then you get every smell just annoys you and makes you nausea, gives you nausea. That's how I was feeling. And I said, oh God, this is not going the way I expected. So I knew, yeah, it's my turn. So and then after that, at around 7 p.m., I started throwing up. I was throwing up and throwing up and throwing up and having diarrhea also. So I said, oh God, it's my turn. And then, yeah, that was Friday. And then after a few hours, I think, but that was almost 6 p.m., 8 p.m., I felt, well, my husband, he's downstairs. He was trying to isolate himself that he doesn't get infected. So he writes me a message and he tells me, yeah, I'm also feeling nauseated. And I was like, oh my God, what we were trying to prevent is happening to all of us. So then he said, there's no need of him staying in the guest room, and he was already infected. He already has the Magen-Darm virus, so he came upstairs to our room, and yeah. And as I'm filming this, it's Saturday morning. All of us have this Magen-Darm virus. My husband is in the toilet throwing up, and yeah, I'm feeling a bit better because for me, after the diarrhea, I felt way better. My kids also. So because my husband, I think he's still not feeling better because he was the last one to get the infection, to get this viral infection. So as for now, but and the doctor advised us we should not drink so much water. We should just take a few sips, or a sip at a time. You take a sip and then wait 5 minutes, and then take another sip, but not just gulp the whole water. Or the same by eating little bites. Eat small bites, and then, or rather, eat more times during the day instead of just having a sit down meal. So as I said at the beginning, this week did not begin for us well today. But as I say, thank God it's the weekend. And yeah, I'm hoping by tomorrow on Sunday, my kids will be completely okay. Me too. Then they can go back to kindergarten on Monday. But yeah, this week was just a nightmare for us. So yeah, I hope your week is moving on okay. And yeah, I hope you're having a better day or a better week than we are here. But I trust God that He's going to heal us from this disease, and that He's going to keep us healthy. And yeah, we're going to move out of this, and we're going to come out of this victorious, and we're going to continue being healthy. And yeah, I hope you're having a better week, really a better week than I am here. And now I'm just too tired, too weak. I don't even know what I'm going to make for breakfast. I'm just going to make something light. And yeah, maybe I'm going to make half a flocken pie. Some oatmeal porridge. That's also good. It's good for the stomach when you have diarrhea and you already have an upset stomach. It's good to eat oatmeal. So I think I'm going to make us some oatmeal, and then we eat a little bit, and you just rest until you get better. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I think all of us are just going to just sleep, because I don't have the energy to do anything. So I thought we had COVID, but we tested, and thank God it turned out positive. And then unfortunately in the night, yesterday night, my kids had a fever of almost 40 degrees, so we had to rush them to the emergency children's hospital, and they were checked, given medicine, and then we got back home, and then they slept well, but they're not yet feeling well today. My nose is blocked and stuffed, and I don't even know what to do. So I'm going to try and take just vitamin C. This is aspirin plus vitamin C. These are good, really good when you have a cold. So that's what I've just mixed here, and it has the worst taste, but if it helps, cheers. Tastes horrible. So I have to be drinking that every day, 2 times a day, in the morning and the afternoon. My kids got Kindersaft. It's also the adults can take it, but it's just that it frees when you have a cold, it frees the how are they called? Bronchian, the bronchi. Yeah, bronchian. I don't know what it's called in English. I know, but I can't say it in English. And then I also need to take good old strepsils to help in the throat. And yeah, that's the plan. And I hope in the next few days all of us are going to feel better, because this is just not cool. So now I'm actually preparing breakfast, a dinner. This is whale's fish. It's a fillet. Just I'm going to make it with a potato salad. I'm going to show it to you in a few. And for this, I'm going to use the breadcrumbs, and then wheat flour. Maize flour means to guide. That's why I'm talking about maize flour. For that, I'm going to use I'm going to put them first in wheat flour, and then I put them in eggs, and then I put them in the breadcrumbs, and then I'm going to fry them in the pan. To you, this is the pan. That's just butter and a bit of sunflower oil, and I'm going to serve it. Horrible backlighting. I'm going to serve it with let me show you how to get it out of the fridge, what I'm serving it with. So this I already made previously, so that it the taste stays, or rather, yeah, so that these are actually potatoes are boiled in a Maggi. Yeah, potatoes, and then some pickled oh my god, English, pickled cucumbers and some onions, and then I just dress them with salt and vinegar and a little bit of sunflower oil. You can use olive oil, but for some things I don't like. I really love olive oil, is the best, but for some things I prefer not to use olive oil, because olive oil has a strong taste, and for this, for example, if I put it, it's not going to taste well, because of the extremity of the olive oil is going to take over, so you're not even going to enjoy it. And this potato salad, this is the Austrian art potato salad. I used to make I I use sometimes also sometimes make. Then I learned from my sister. It's potatoes, eggs, and then you have a yogurt mayonnaise, zenf, mustard mixture, and so that is also good. But I don't have the energy to them. Just that's the this salad is the quickest way to make, and I just don't have the energy. The other one is just too hard work, too much work. I have to boil the eggs, cut the eggs, cut that, cut that. And this one is just the easiest. Just pickled onions, pickled cucumber, red onions. You can use whichever onions you want, and the potatoes. That's the quickest way. And yeah, so let me start preparing the fish fillet, and yeah, let's see how the dinner is going to look like when I'm done. So guys, here's everything I'm going to need. That's just a little bit of I hope you can hear me, wheat flour. Then here I'm going to crack the eggs, and that is the breadcrumbs. Then I'm going to be needing some salt, granulated garlic, and some black pepper. So let's do this, guys. So guys, here the end result. I've just finished with them. Here's where I'm going to put them. It's just a plate with a kitchen towel on top. And here's my oil. I'm just going to warm it up. You have to make sure that the heat is not too hot. And yeah, that prevents, because if the heat is too hot, as I was saying, you have to make sure that the oil is not too hot, because if the oil is too hot, then the fish is going to, the outer part is going to brown faster, and then the inside is still raw. So you have to make sure it's or let me say medium heat, so that it cooks evenly inside, because you don't want to get food poisoning. That's the worst that somebody can get. So guys, I'm not going to picture the whole process of frying it. You guys know, just hot oil, and then put the fish inside, turn left, turn right, and then when it's brown on both sides, and then I'm going to show you the end result of how our Abendessen, our Dinner is going to look like. So, actually, I'm feeling horrible. I'm just trying to console myself with being a bit funny, but yeah, that's yeah, I'm going to start that, and then I'm going to show you the end results before we go and dig in, and yeah, see you guys in a bit. So my loves, that's the end results. That's the fish fillet, that's the potato salad, and I put just 3 tomatoes. I don't know, I don't even need them, but yeah, that's it. So that's our meal for the day. Now we're going to go and enjoy the meal, and we take our medication, and then we go to bed, because I'm not feeling myself. You can even hear from my voice how it's sounding, and my nose is completely blocked. So thank you so much for coming this far, and if you've not subscribed, once again, please do subscribe, and don't forget to like and share and comment, and yeah, all the lovely deeds. So see you guys next time. Stay healthy, be good, be blessed.